Welcome back to the show, guys. Today we have Greenlight Dually Drivers Series 9, the full 6-vehicle set coming out of the package. Everything pre-cut. We're going to take a quick look at the packaging and then loose review of all of these awesome trucks, all featuring dually wheels on the back. Everything from tow trucks to modern pickup trucks and even a green machine. I'm not opening the green machine, but we'll look at it. This one is my favorite of the bunch. And all the other cars you see in front of you are a mixture of Hot Wheels, Majorette, Matchbox, Corgi, you name it. Things I picked up at my local automotive flea market. All $1 cars each. So pretty happy about that. I always love picking up old stuff. So it's kind of a mixed video of sorts. And I hope you guys enjoy. And of course, let's take a look at what else is going on in Sam's Salvage Yard. As you can see, it is filling right up. And we're going to go in for a closer look now. Sam's Salvage Yard is ever filling up with vehicles. And as you can see, just a mountain of them forming here. We're running out of room in the junkyard. Sooner or later, cars will be double stacked, maybe even triple stacked. At 1/64 scale, this is still quite a full yard, even with those material handlers taking care of business, as you can see, picking vehicles up and moving them around. So many junked cars. Sam doesn't really like to scrap cars, he just moves them around, and of course loves to collect. Everything from Airstream trailers to monster trucks, old campers, farm equipment, and of course a whole plethora of relics from the years gone by. He's got everything here, including motorcycles. There's Sam in front of his RV, and just a lot going on here. It's pretty cool. Never a dull moment at Sam's Salvage Yard. He now has, of course, that Bobcat from Ertl to help move things along. And a whole lot more work to do. And now on with the review. Let's look at Dually Drivers Series 9. Here's the packaging. It's going to be the same for all of them, so we'll just look at it once. There's a list of vehicles, but you need not worry about that because you're going to see all 6 in this review. And this is my 69 Chevrolet C30 Dually Wrecker. Orville's Day and Night. It's a weathered vehicle. This one happens to be a green machine, although I did buy 3 of these trucks, 2 of which are regulars. One's already opened up, and you're going to see the rest all opened up here as well. And so I'm not going to look at the packaging too closely on all of these vehicles because, you know, we're going to check out the details, see how they roll. And then at the end of this video, we're going to look at all of these cool vehicles I got at the swap meet flea market. So much cool stuff. And it's all 1/64 scale die cast here in the Die Cast Museum. First one out of the package is going to be the aforementioned C30. So let's check it out. See what Greenlight has to offer up here in their weathered vehicle. Something that I really like for my junkyard is these kind of old looking vehicles. I apologize for the condition of my hands. I've been working on my old vehicle in real 1/1 scale, and I was unable to clean up any better than this, actually. But we have an all metal on metal with the dually tires, the tow apparatus, and some really great weathering on this truck. So I think that's going to fit real nice in the collection, and it rolls really nicely as well. Also similar, but not the same, 1968 Chevrolet C30 Dually Wrecker from the USPS. I'm not sure why USPS would need a tow truck of this vintage, and if they even existed, I don't know, but it was part of the collection, and always welcome. US mail on the back. Pretty cool. It's got the push bar and grill. Let's see how it rolls. Very good. Very, very good. So we've got those two. And now let's move on to something a little newer. 2019 Ford F350 Dually School Bus Yellow, they call it. I doubt that's the real color for this vehicle, at least in namesake. Let's check it out. This thing weighs a ton. Again, metal on metal. Got a black painted metal base, dually tires, running boards and mirrors. It's got the hitch and tow compatible hitch, so you can pull all of your Greenlight hitch available trailers. And what a beauty. What an absolute beauty. Check out those headlights and chrome rims. We've got a little bit of a scuffage on the fender flare. It's not a big deal though. These things sold out super quickly at my local die-cast store, and I can understand why. Now, these are all in scale with Hot Wheels, Matchbox, Majorette, Ertl, and everything else that you see here, which makes them really cool to collect if you are a multi-brand collector. Next up, the 2021 Ram 3500 Dually Limited Night Edition Billet Silver. See what that thing looks like. Oh, wow. It is ready to move. And here you go. Another awesome truck. Satin black. Box liner. It's got the hitch for those hitch and tow trailers. The extended cab or four-door crew cab on this one. And this is a brand new casting from Greenlight for this 2021 Dodge Ram. Very hard to come by. Sold out really quickly. You may still have a chance at these as they're not that old. This is the most current release of Dually Drivers at the time of filming, June 2022. Now, they did come out about a month ago, so I'm a little late to the party, but whatever. We have a 2021 Ram 3500 Dually Limited Longhorn Edition in flame red. Now, typical with Greenlight, we're going to see a few issues possibly with the lining of the bed and the box. And as you can see, the bed is a little bit high here. It's a little out of whack, but that's easily fixed. You just got to get a little creative. This one has a plastic chassis, interestingly. And I will have to drill out the rivets probably to fix this one. But it's still a really nice looking truck. And I think that is the same casting as the Night Edition. It's got a wonky mirror as well. I'm not too thrilled about that, but whatever. Very cool trucks. Let's see how it rolls. Wow, that's a roller. That is a roller. Last one in the series is the 2018 Chevrolet Silverado 3500 HD Dually Durham Regional Police. Now, is that Durham, Ontario? Because there's a Durham in Ontario, Canada. Durham region is now near Toronto. And I like how they have the backwards police labeling so that when you're driving, in your rear view mirror, you're going to see police right side up. And it is indeed the Durham Canadian Regional Police. So cool that Greenlight is recognizing their Canadian fans. Check out the fine print on that 3500 HD. Again, forgive the quality of my finger cleanliness here. It's not much I could do, but I got real greasy working on my 93 Dodge Ram van the other day, and I just can't get my nails any cleaner. So this will have to do. This one has a plastic base as well, and it's a roller. So we got multiple rollers. Really, it's just the red Dodge Ram 3500 that needs a little bit of work. All these other vehicles are great. Now, let's take a look at those vintage cars before we get all these vehicles into Sam's Salvage Yard. And one last look at that greeny machine. For those that collect green machines, I don't really. I just got this one at regular price, so it's pretty cool. And I was going to buy 3 anyways for my junkyard, so why not have a green machine? All right, so let's look at some of these old cars that I picked up for $1 each at my local automotive flea market, the Burls Creek Automotive Flea Market in Ontario, Canada. A whole bunch of old junk here, some of them in really good shape. I think I did well, actually. Number one, let's just start with this Matchbox Mercedes-Benz opening doors. It is the Mercedes-Benz 600 SEL. Check it out. It's almost like minty, actually. I don't even know. Well, okay, it's not minty, but whatever. It's in really good shape. Definitely display worthy. It's got suspension on the wheels. This car has to be from the late 80s, early 90s, I would say. And we're just going to go through these brand by brand. Next Matchbox car I want to share with you is this Rolls-Royce, and it is the Silver Cloud 1985 copyright. I don't think this car came in any other colors, actually. If it did, I don't have them. I have a few beige ones, and I just pick them up whenever I can because I think they're awesome. Next car here, Matchbox, probably going to be the Roll-O-Matic. These are vintage Roll-O-Matics. So this guy actually turns around in his turret position as the wheels turn. This would be from the late 70s, early 80s. Copyright 1973. It's the number 28 Stout. And it looks like the wheels are a little crooked. Probably needs a little bit of a dusting. Does roll pretty good, though. We got another Matchbox, and that is this tipper truck. They usually are missing the dump bin on the back, and that is a number 23 Atlas, copyright 1975. We've got lots of these trucks, but very few with the dump bed still attached. Now, there's something really stuck in the back of this truck, and I will have to try to clean that out. But it's pretty cool. I like it. And it doesn't roll super great. Let's move on to something a little bit more unique, and that is the Boss Hog Cadillac. That is a Cadillac. Boss Hog's Cadillac from Ertl. This is an old piece. It is missing one side of the bullhorn on the hood, but the car is in great shape. I'm not really sure what year it is from because they did re-release these things over and over again through the years, but still a unique piece. And also from Ertl, this actually is a car I don't have in my collection. That's pretty hard for me to say normally. I don't actually often find cars I don't already own. And this one is the 57 Chevy convertible Street Rod. And I think that maybe someone did a little bit of customizing to it. It looks like they've painted the signal lights and the headlights on this car. Perhaps even a little bit of chrome. It's got a few chips, but it's really cool. And like I said, I don't have it, so that makes it extra special to me. We're going to move on to the one and only, I think this is a Corgi. Playart custom van made in Hong Kong. Police Tactical Force. Generic van. Looks like a Chevy van. Not really sure, but it is all metal on metal with the light bar. And pretty cool. I don't have that one either. Another unique car in the mix. This plastic body on metal. Nissan 300ZX with the Goodyear livery. And that is by Burnkey Cars. Oh, it's a Matchbox. Copyright 1986. So I don't have one of these in my collection either. Oh, it rolls smooth as can be. You can tell by the sound. It's even got a little bit of suspension. Very cool. Majorette. Well, we've got a few of those as well. Actually, that's a rare one. Before we get into Majorette, this is another Ertl. It's been repainted by someone lovingly. The Trans Am with the opening doors. Someone has painted the tail lights and given this car a gold paint job. They have actually drilled the rivets on it and then glued it back together. this car would have been black with the typical Trans Am bird emblem on the hood. So pretty well done, though. I have to say, I'm going to enter that one right into Sam's Salvage Yard because it is very cool. Nice size casting and quite realistic with those opening doors. Next up, Majorette. Then finally, we've just got a whole bunch of old Hot Wheels. Quite old. Majorette stuff. Jeep Cherokee, Sheriff, Patrol. This would be a 1980s Jeep Cherokee in 1/60th scale. Has the opening hatch, which is still there. The light bar is a little loose, but you can line it up. And it also has suspension. Always love getting old Majorette stuff. Here's a car I don't have in my Majorette collection. At least I don't think so. Toyota Celica 2.0 GT in 1/56 scale. Opening doors. And just a really interesting car from yesteryear. Probably quite collectible in real life. Maybe even in 1/64 scale. Or, as it would turn out, 1/56 scale. Not a big roller. The Racing Team Ford van. Got a couple of these in my collection. This one's in fantastic condition other than the doors are caved in backwards. Might be able to fix that, but I'm not going to try and do that on camera. Chassis seems to be a little bit out of whack. And they call this the Forjon. The Forjon van, made in France, 1/65th scale. It has stickers instead of tampos on it. A few chips, but definitely no water damage because this thing is in great shape. Other than that back door. And the District 3 Fire Department Land Rover. It's a pretty common Majorette casting. 1/60th scale. And also a suspension. Pretty good shape. Not bad. Finally, let's look at some Hot Wheels. We've got the Gulch Stepper, circa 1987 with the CTS construction tires. No real useful information on the base, so you have to take my word for it. But I got a lot of these in my collection. And they typically don't roll very well because they get squashed so easily with those big wheels. But this one's not bad. Then we got the Street Beast. Ultra Hots version, missing most of its paint. Copyright 1977. That was released in 1984. Doesn't roll at all. And about a 1982 release of the 57 Chevy. Terrible shape. Terrible shape. So that's a junkyard car. Doesn't roll either. And the Color Racers, Color Changer, Sheriff Patrol Hot Wheel. In a terrible, ugly color, but still very old and worth picking up for $1, in my opinion. Got the Corvette C5, I believe this is. Maybe it's a C6. I don't really know. Won't say on the base. Just nothing but a bunch of glue and hair. 1989 release on that one. Nothing special. Very common. This one's not bad, though. 1988. Split window 63 Corvette Stingray with no chips that I can see. Has a copyright of 1979, but that's not realistic to when this car was actually released in this paint job. That one actually might be worth a little bit more than $1 cleaned up. Maybe more like $10 to $20 actually. So that was a good find. Kind of made my day finding that car. And as you can see, it is a roller. Then we got the 55 Chevy Gold Hot Ones release car. Lots of chips. It's not in great shape. But it's a pretty rare car. Copyright 1978 on the base. Released about 1981 to 82. And those Gold Ultra Hot or hot Ones always roll pretty good, although it has a bit of a steer in it. And here it is again. Gold Hot One wheels on the 85 Corvette with the opening hood. Silver luggage. 80s Corvette is all they call it. It's not great. It's pretty common, but still pretty cool. Zenderfact 4. They made a ton of these things in the early 90s. This one's not mint, but it's pretty decent, and just a nostalgic find. No information on the base either. Then we got the Toyota MR2 Europa Asia number 34, the chrome fog lights. In mint condition, this car might be worth a few bucks, but as it is, probably not much more than what I paid for it. Still very cool with those ultra hot wheels on it. Here's an oldie but a goodie. It is the Malibu Grand Prix car with the Goodyear tampos. They made a ton of these things back in the day. 1980 or 81 release, despite the copyright. Still goes. And the final car is a Mazda MX-5 Miata. This one released about 1991 or 92. Got a few chips on it. Still, a cool little car to add to the collection, to the junkyard. It's where most of my old Hot Wheels that I pick up at flea markets end up. And not Sam's Salvage Yard junkyard necessarily, as most of these cars are high detail, 1/64 scale. Greenlight, Auto World, M2, Johnny Lightning, and a few others. Well, and that's where they all ended up, right here in the junkyard. We got a parade of new trucks coming in to check out the newest wares in this Sam Salvage Yard. In addition to the Durham region and USPS tow truck. Lots of cool things here. So much to check out. And lots more to come. So if you're after any of those cars, I surely hope you can find them. And of course, happy hunting. Take care, everyone. We'll see you soon.